Before we start, I quickly want to show you this. So my volume pot of my Strat was slipping, so I ordered some new ones. But they are way too wide to match the color of the Strat. So I posted this picture on Instagram and people suggested I do the following. So let's see. Cup of coffee. Wait. At the end of this video I'll take them out and we'll see if they match the color of the Strat. But now let's get started. This is the place where it all started, my little home studio. The place that brought me everything I ever dreamt about, but also a place I'm saying goodbye to very soon. Why? I'll tell you later, but now it's time to show you all my secrets, a little behind the scenes tour of this little studio. So it's gonna be a short video because this is everything. It is really small. So let's start with the essentials. This is my desk. And the cool thing about it is it can move up and down. Why? So usually I've got two cameras pointed at me from the other side of the desk. One at the entire room and the other one just at my guitar. And when the desk is too high, you only see half of it. And you could also work standing up, but I guess I only did that twice. But it's handy. Next up, underneath the desk. So underneath my desk is my loyal PC, and yes, I'm running Windows. Show me some love. Anyway, I built this PC myself. It uses quiet components, but also very powerful components. So it's not noisy when I'm tracking guitars, but also when I'm video editing, it has the power and the beef to help me. 4K. And on top of the PC is my sound card, the RME Fireface UCX. A lot of inputs, a lot of outputs. Low latency, very stable, just a very good sound card. Why do you need all the inputs and the outputs? Well, two reasons. In my studio I've got everything connected, so I can record whenever I want it. My camper, my hook, my synthesizers, my microphones, always plugged in. But why do you need all the outputs? Well, I was playing with a band for which I made all the tracks, the backing tracks. We played with tracks on stage. And each track, guitar, vocals, bass, percussion, whatever, had their own separate output. So the front of house could mix the band entirely, which is very nice. So, beautiful. Let's move up. No. Not yet. So let's move up to the, well, another very important part of this little studio. Have this for over 2.5 years, I guess, the Kemper profiling amp, and it's right on my desk because it just basically whenever I enter the studio I just swing it on and it's ready to go. It's always plugged in, so whenever I have an idea or just want to play something, puff, I can just pick up my guitar and play, which is very handy for me and make sure I practice enough. Well, lately it's... Let's move on. I still love this piece of tech. It's just my, well, one of 3 amps I use a lot. Whenever I'm sitting at my studio, I tend to prefer the Kemper because the energy is not a tube amp, so you can just leave it on for whenever you go. If you go to lunch or you just make some coffee, you can just leave it on, don't care about it. If there's a tube amp, you always want to put it in standby or turn it off because it just consumes a lot of energy and the tubes wear out. So whenever I'm playing with pedals, let's turn around the camera. So this is the hook. I've been using this for studio work, for live gigs, and it's great with pedal board. Let me know in the comments if you want a dedicated pedal board video, but for now let's just keep it short. Volume, compression, fuzz, light, overdrive, the king of tone, brilliant, tuner, modulation, effects and more, delay and reverb. Basically everything you need. It's going in the hook. The hook has a direct line to my PC as well, but also is connected to the 1x12 cabinet. Sounds lovely. On top of the hook, some pedals I want to check out. The Blooper, the Golden Fleece by Mythos Pedals. And I got this from my buddy, Danish Pete, the Dane. I want to check it out. Anyway, let's move on to the third amp, which is not in my studio because there's no more room. So here's the Tone King in my living room with a UA aux box on top, a lot of cables. I'm basically using this amp whenever I shoot in my living room or I want a full fat clean sound or a slight overdriven clean sound. A lovely amp, still one of my favorites of all time. So these are my 3 amps, but there's still one amp that I've been dreaming about for 5 years already, and it's a Matchless DC30. Just there is something about the sound. It's so spiky, but in a very nice way, so bright and so crunchy. I love it. So that's one that's on my list. So my camper and hook are connected to my sound card, and I'm referencing those amplifiers through this monitor, the Eve Audio SC207. A very sweet monitor. Sounds great. Of course, there's 2. Awesome. So this is basically my little cockpit. There's my vocal microphone, the Rode NTG4, the push, the mouse, the chair. It's all there. This is where I spend my life. So on that side we've got the desk. On the other side there's this cabinet filled with 4 boxes. Oof. And this is just a lot of cables, a whole bunch of cables. So whatever I need, it's in here. So that sounds good. Let's put it back. It's a little bit messy. And then over here, this is where I store the stuff for my pedal board. Patch cables, Velcro, power lines, you name it, it's in there. Then there's 2 more boxes of miscellaneous stuff. Strings, a broken volume pedal, boxes. This is my magic box. Whenever I need something, it's in here. Sound card, storage, microphones, cable, and another one. Expression pedal, some stands, cables, just miscellaneous stuff. It's over there. And in the cabinet there's guitar pedals, more guitar pedals, more pedals. My entire studio is being taken care of by one outlet. It's going into a power strip, and in this power strip there's another power strip, and in this power strip there's another power strip. So yeah, it is what it is. There's just one socket in this room. So there's always at least one guitar in my room. In this case it's a Les Paul hanging on the wall. It's a Tele and a Strat on one stand. It's magical. And it's an ES335. There we are. And on top of the cabinet are my cameras. So this is the Sony A7 III. It's a beautiful lens. The 24mm. Love that lens, so beautiful. This is the Sony A7S II. And 2 more lenses. The 85. Beast of a lens. And the Mr. Do-It-All, the 24-105. Right now I'm shooting on an A7R III with a wide-angle lens because it's the only thing that fits in this room. So this is usually my master tripod. So let me show you how that looks. Hi. At last, the acoustic treatment of this room. I got this room taken care of very professionally. That and that panel is basically my bed, my mattress sawn into pieces, and then DIY. So I made these panels myself. It's just, I think it's latex, my old bed. And the same thing over, I don't know if it does anything, but there was a flutter, so when I snapped my hand, you would hear. Then there's a bass strap in the corner over here. There's the same one, and there's this panel and that panel on the wall. It's basically, I just put it there. I didn't give it too much thought, to be honest. I know my room, it sounds decent and I can mix with it, so nothing to complain. Yeah. But as great as this place has been to me, I'm really done with it actually. Every time I'm recording a video, it takes for over an hour to set up everything. I can never leave the stuff where it is because it's just too small. When I'm doing something else, I need to clean up, move everything away, stow my guitars in the boxes. After 5-6 years, I think I've grown out of this little, awesome but little studio. And that is exactly the reason I'm saying goodbye. So actually for the last 8 months, my wife and I have been renovating our new house. Well, with help from a contractor and a lot of very nice and handy folks. But it's been a very busy time and I'm super happy I could keep up with the weekly upload, but I've been working there like every day, literally every day for the past 8 months, I guess. And in 3 or 4 weeks, we're actually moving to the new place and the studio is gonna be so awesome. Oh, I can't wait. I'm so excited about that. Anyway, oh wait, you know what I'm even more excited about? To see how the knobs of the thread turned out from the coffee. Come, let's have a look. Whoa, that's pretty decent. Coffee is good for everything. Maybe I can put them in a little bit longer. It's been 30 minutes, I guess. They are the same, I think they are the same color, but now they're like clean. So no dirty finger stuff in there. That's pretty cool. Thanks everyone on Instagram for helping me with this. But I got some tips as well, like just put some tape on the shaft of the pot, and I did that. So now the volume pot is fixed again. It's not slipping. So I won't be needing those anytime soon. But still, they look way more cool now. Thanks for watching the studio tour, and maybe in a few months I can do a studio tour in the new studio. Have a wonderful day. Bye.